Today we're going to talk about something that quietly affects millions of people, and most of them don't even realize it's happening until it's too late. Stubborn belly fat that just won't go away, no matter how much you diet or how many hours you spend at the gym. You've probably tried cutting carbs, skipping meals, maybe even those expensive supplements that promise the world and deliver nothing. And in the middle of all this frustration, you've probably heard about Ozempic, the injection that's become almost a miracle drug for weight loss in the eyes of the world. But here's something most people don't know. There is a natural food, something that's likely sitting in your kitchen right now, that works on the very same pathway in your body that Ozempic targets, without the side effects, without the cost, and without the dependency. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what it is, why it works, and how to use it the right way so your body can start releasing fat instead of holding on to it. Let's first understand why belly fat is so different from fat anywhere else on your body. The fat that collects around your stomach isn't just sitting there doing nothing, it's actually active tissue. It releases chemicals into your bloodstream that affect your hormones, your insulin levels, and even your heart. This is why belly fat is connected to so many other problems: high blood sugar, high blood pressure, fatigue, and that constant feeling of heaviness that never seems to lift. Your body holds on to this fat as a kind of emergency reserve, and it does this because of a hormonal imbalance, mainly involving a hormone called insulin. When insulin levels in your body stay high for too long because of sugar, processed food, stress, or poor sleep, your body gets a constant signal to store fat rather than burn it. This is the real reason why people struggle so much with belly fat specifically. It's not about willpower. It's not about how many sit-ups you do. It's about a hormonal signal that tells your body, again and again, store, don't release. And this is exactly where Ozempic comes in for so many people. Ozempic works by mimicking a hormone called GLP-1, which slows digestion, reduces appetite, and helps regulate insulin. It tricks your body into feeling full and balanced. But what if I told you that there's a humble, natural food that activates this very same GLP-1 pathway, gently and safely, the way your body was designed to respond to food in the first place? That food is flaxseed. Yes, the same small seed that's often overlooked, sitting quietly in the back of your pantry. Flaxseed contains a unique type of soluble fiber called mucilage, and when this fiber reaches your gut, it does something remarkable. It slows down digestion in a natural way, which means sugar from your food enters your bloodstream slowly instead of all at once. This steady release prevents that sharp insulin spike that tells your body to store fat. And because digestion slows down, your stomach stays fuller for longer, naturally reducing how much you eat throughout the day without you having to force yourself or fight your own hunger. But that's only the beginning. Flaxseed also contains compounds called lignans, and these lignans have a very specific job. They help balance your hormones, especially estrogen, which plays a much bigger role in stubborn belly fat than most people realize, especially for women going through midlife changes, but also for men whose hormone balance shifts with age, stress, and poor sleep. When hormones are out of balance, your body becomes resistant to losing fat no matter what you do. Lignans help correct this imbalance from the inside, working quietly in the background while you go about your day. There's also the omega-3 content in flaxseed, which calms inflammation throughout your body. And this matters more than people think, because chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the hidden reasons fat refuses to leave the belly area. Inflammation confuses your metabolism. It tells your body to hold on to fat as a kind of protective shield. When you reduce that inflammation with the right nutrients, you're essentially removing one of the biggest obstacles standing between you and your body's natural ability to burn fat. Now, you might be thinking, if it's this powerful, why isn't everyone talking about it? The truth is, there's no profit in a small seed that costs almost nothing. There's no company funding research campaigns or running ads to promote something this simple. But people who understand traditional nutrition, the kind of knowledge that's been passed down for generations, have always known the value of this seed. Our grandparents didn't have access to injections or supplements, but they had simple foods like this, and they used them with patience and consistency, and it worked. Let's talk about how to actually use flaxseed the right way, because how you eat it matters just as much as the fact that you're eating it. The first thing you need to know is that whole flax seeds pass through your digestive system without breaking down properly. This means your body never actually gets access to all those beneficial compounds we just talked about. So the seeds need to be ground, either in a coffee grinder, a small food processor, or even crushed between 2 spoons if you don't have anything else at home. Once ground, flaxseed should be stored in the fridge, because the oils inside it are delicate and can go bad quickly if left out in the heat, especially in our climate. The best time to take it is first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, mixed into a glass of warm water. Just 1 tablespoon is enough. Stir it well and drink it slowly. Some people prefer to add a little bit of lemon, which can help with digestion even further. If mixing it with water feels difficult for you, you can also sprinkle it over your morning oats, mix it into yogurt, or add it to a smoothie. But plain warm water tends to give the fastest and most noticeable results because it activates that mucilage fiber almost immediately. There was a study conducted over a period of 12 weeks where participants who added ground flaxseed to their daily diet showed a meaningful reduction in waist circumference compared to those who didn't change anything about their eating habits. What's interesting is that the participants didn't drastically change their calorie intake. The difference came specifically from how their bodies processed sugar and fat differently once flaxseed was introduced consistently. This tells us something important. It's not about starving yourself. It's about giving your body the right signals so it naturally starts working in your favor instead of against you. Now, one thing I want to be honest with you about, flaxseed isn't a magic switch that works overnight. Unlike an injection that forces an immediate hormonal change, flaxseed works gently, the way real food should. This means you need patience. Most people start noticing a difference in how their clothes fit somewhere between the 3rd and 5th week of consistent use. Your digestion will likely improve even sooner than that. Many people notice within just a few days that bloating reduces and their stomach feels lighter, less heavy after meals. This is actually one of the first signs that the fiber is doing its job, cleaning out your digestive system and reducing the kind of inflammation that makes your belly look and feel puffier than it actually is. I also want to mention something important about dosage, because more isn't always better. 1 to 2 tablespoons a day is enough for most people. If you take too much too quickly, especially if your body isn't used to that much fiber, you might experience some bloating or discomfort in the beginning. So start with 1 teaspoon for the first few days, let your body adjust, and then slowly increase to a full tablespoon. This patience in the beginning will save you discomfort later and help your body adapt properly. There's another piece to this that ties everything together: sleep and stress. I mentioned earlier that insulin resistance is a major driver of belly fat, and what most people don't realize is that poor sleep and chronic stress raise insulin levels just as much as sugar does. This means that even if you're eating perfectly, if you're not sleeping well, or you're constantly stressed, your body will still hold on to that stubborn fat. Flaxseed helps support this indirectly too, because the omega-3s inside it help calm your nervous system, which can improve sleep quality over time. But it's important for you to also prioritize rest, because no single food, no matter how powerful, can fully override a body that's running on exhaustion and stress. Let's also talk about why this matters beyond just how you look in the mirror. Belly fat isn't just a cosmetic concern, it's one of the clearest warning signs your body gives you about what's happening on the inside. When that fat builds up around your stomach, it often means your organs, especially your liver, are under more pressure than they should be. Reducing this fat isn't just about fitting into old clothes again. It's about protecting your heart, balancing your blood sugar, and giving your body room to breathe and heal. This is why I say this isn't just about appearance. It's about taking care of something much deeper: your long-term health, your energy, and the years you get to spend with the people you love. I know there's a lot of noise out there. Everyone is selling something: pills, powders, expensive programs that promise fast results but leave your wallet empty and your body confused. What I want you to take from this video is something much simpler. Trust in real food used the right way, with consistency and patience. Flaxseed isn't flashy. It won't give you overnight results like an advertisement might promise, but it works with your body instead of against it, gently guiding your hormones and digestion back toward balance, the way nature intended. Before we close, I want to remind you of a few important things. First, always use ground flaxseed, never whole, because your body can't absorb the benefits otherwise. Second, store it properly in the fridge to keep it fresh. Third, start slow with the dosage and build up gradually. And finally, be consistent. Take it daily, ideally first thing in the morning, and give your body the time it needs to respond. This isn't a race, it's a gentle, steady process of giving your body what it's been missing. If you've been struggling with stubborn belly fat despite doing everything right, I hope this video gave you a new perspective. One rooted not in expensive shortcuts, but in something simple, accessible, and backed by both tradition and science. Try this for the next month with patience and pay attention to how your body responds, not just on the scale, but in how you feel, how your digestion improves, and how your energy changes throughout the day. Thanks a lot for watching and visiting the channel. If you found this helpful, please don't forget to like and share it with someone who needs to hear this. And if this is your first time here and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. There's so much more we'll be covering together to help you take better care of your health naturally and safely. See you in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself.